Welcome back to our channel, and our topic for today is all about the story of Edsa Dos or Edsa Revolution Part 2, the fall of President Joseph Estrada. What's up? Anong nangyari? October 16, year 2000, Governor Chavit Singson of Ilocos Sur, a presidential friend and known protector of illegal numbers game called Ating, accuses the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Joseph Estrada, as the Lord of all Ating lords, for receiving 5 million pesos protection money from Ating every month during his term of presidency. He also accuses the President of receiving kickbacks from 170 million pesos excise tobacco tax. Clamor for ERAP's resignation starts. Political and economic crisis worsens. The House of Representatives file an impeachment case against the President on the ground of bribery, graft and corruption, betrayal of public trust, and culpable violation of the Constitution. National Day of Protest, led by the Manila Archbishop Jaime Cardinal Sin, is conducted and calls for the President to resign for loss of moral ascendancy and incompetence in the handling of the countries during economic crisis. The impeachment trial starts. The Chief Justice of the Philippines, Hilario David Jr., is the presiding officer, and the 22 members of the Senate are the judges. A verdict of conviction from 15 senators is needed to remove the president from office. During the impeachment trial, a bank executive testifies that Estrada has a hidden bank account in the Equitable PCI Bank containing 500 million pesos. That's a big amount of money. An amount not stated in Estrada's statement of assets and liabilities using a different name, which is Jose Velarde. The defense objects to the testimony on the grounds of irrelevancy and immediate immateriality because the said allegation is not included in the articles of impeachment. The presiding officer overrules the objection. However, he insists that the testimony will be accepted as evidence only after prosecution proves that the 500 million pesos contained in that bank account is indeed ill-gotten wealth. 2 days after the trial, resumed from a week-long Christmas break, former Finance Department Secretary and colleague of the President Edgardo Espiritu testifies that the accusation alleged in the articles of impeachment with regards to the President's betrayal of public trust are undeniably true. A new set of evidence inside a brown envelope is voluntarily given by the bank for impeachment trial. The new set of evidence is said to prove the 500 million pesos on hidden bank account is ill-gotten and belongs to Estrada. It is also said to prove that the President owns more hidden bank accounts, all under different names. The prosecutors are told the amount contained in the various hidden bank accounts total to 3.3 billion pesos. Unfortunately, majority of the senator judges, 11 of 21, votes to bar the opening of mysterious brown envelope on the grounds of immateriality, not being included in the articles of impeachment. Prosecutors interpret the decision as a suppression of truth and early sign of acquittal verdict for the President. They walk out the courtroom. Anti-Estrada spectators in the courtroom walk out too. The senator judges who voted to withhold the opening of the brown envelope: Nicky Cositing, Juan Ponce Enrile, Gregorio Honasan, Robert Jaworski, Ramon Revilla Sr., Blas Opli, Tessie Aquino Oreta, John Osmeña, Miriam Defensor Santiago, Vicente Soto, and Francisco Tatad. The senator judges who voted to open the brown envelope: Rene Cayetano, Franklin Dron, Juan Flavier, Teofisto Gingona Jr., Loren Legarda, Ramon Magsaysay Jr., Sergio Osmeña, Aquilino Pimentel, Raul Ruco, and Rodolfo Biason. Senator Robert Barbers is not present during the entire impeachment trial due to his confinement in the U.S. hospital. 11 p.m., militant groups, the Civil Society Left Wings Group, and a large anti-Estrada crowd unites in protest against the decision of the 11 senator judges to bar the evidence. They gather in the Edsa Shrine, located in the intersection of Ortigas Avenue and Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, also known as Edsa in Quezon City. Jaime Cardinal Sin, a prominent figure during the widely popular 1986 Edsa People Power 1, once again calls on the Filipinos to proceed to Edsa and stay there until, using his own words, good has conquered evil. Edsa People Power 2 is formally launched. Other key figures in 1986 Edsa People Power joined the growing crowd in Edsa, like former Presidents Corazon Aquino and Fidel Ramos. The impeachment trial is adjourned because of the prosecutor's resignation. January 17, 2001 is the Edsa People Power 2 Day 1. Date of the trial's resumption is left undecided. A crowd numbering to 100,000 is already in Edsa. The number of people in Edsa triples. They form a human chain from Edsa Shrine in Ortigas Avenue to Ayala Avenue in Makati City. This is to show Estrada that hundreds of thousands of people are already demanding his resignation. More and more prominent personalities and even friends and former colleagues in the entertainment business of the presidents are already calling for him to step down from the office. Talks about the military and police withdrawal support to the president's spread. News about the withdrawal of support to the president of the military and police is confirmed as high-ranking military police official joined the crowd protesting in Edsa. The military's and police withdrawals of their support are key factors in making a president incapable of performing his duties. More than half of the president's cabinet members and a number of top government officials withdraw their support too and join the rally in Edsa. All of these withdrawals of support give a big boost to the anti-Estrada crowd gathered in Edsa. Number of people rallying in Edsa is believed to have already reached nearly 2 million, and yours truly is proud to be one of them. 5 p.m. Estrada, for the first time in the last 4 days, is on television. Estrada addresses the entire nation and insists that he will not resign and would like the impeachment trial to go on. He adds that he already constructed his lawyers to allow the opening of the mysterious brown envelope. He stresses out that only a conviction verdict from impeachment trial would force him out of the office. However, the people with absolutely no hesitation reject Estrada's proposal. 6:15 p.m., January 19, Estrada is again on television addressing the nation. Not his resignation, but a proposal to include the presidential snap election in the upcoming May congressional and local election. In addition, he promises not to run in this special election. As expected, the nearly 2 million Edsa crowd junked the proposal and instead gave the president 6 a.m. deadline to leave the office. If he insists on staying, the crowd will march to Malacanang and force him out. Amidst the negotiation for peaceful transition of power, the 6 a.m. deadline is not met. About one-third of the people in Edsa marched to Malacanang and occupies Mindula, a street near Malacanang where measly group of an estimated 500 Estrada supporters were gathered but forced to retreat. Despite the president's resistance to resign, the Supreme Court makes a unanimous decision to file a resolution declaring the position of president vacant, therefore allowing the constitutionally mandated successor, the Vice President, GLORIA Arroyo, to take over. At exactly 12 noon, GLORIA Arroyo takes her oath of office in the presence of the countless people in Edsa and becomes the 14th President of the Republic of the Philippines. Afterwards, she gives a 14-minute inauguration speech. The joyfulness of the crowd is indescribable. 2 p.m. ousted the President Estrada sends a letter to the media stating his doubt on the constitutionality of Gloria's Arroyo's proclamation as president. However, he also states in the said letter that he doesn't wish to be a negative factor in the healing process of the country. So, he already stepped down from office. Once again, the Filipinos have shown to the entire world their sense of unity for peaceful and non-violent protest. That is, the spirit of Edsa lives on. During the last week of April 2001, Estrada was arrested for plunder charges. The supporters of Estrada protested the arrest by staging what they called Edsa 3. It lasted for nearly 4 days. It was reported the most of these people were paid to go to Edsa by public officials who are close allies of the former president. They demanded Estrada's return to power even though there is absolutely no constitutional way he can return to office. Prominent allies of Estrada in politics persuaded the protesters to march towards Malacanang. However, they abandoned these rowdy rallyists afterwards. At early morning of May 1, pro-Estrada rallyists marched to Malacanang and attempted to enter the residential palace. Military men have already barricaded it and using maximum tolerance made the unruly pro-Estrada crowd retreat. The supporters of Estrada created a riot by throwing rocks, burning cars, destroying police stations, hurting policemen and even news reporters. They failed in their endeavor to bring Estrada back to power. They along other prominent Estrada's allies who persuaded them to march to Malacanang were accused of rebellion by the unquestionably rude and violent action perpetrated by these Estrada supporters. This gathering cannot be truly called Edsa Tres because rallies in Edsa are always characterized by peaceful and non-violent protest. Weeks after Edsa 2, Estrada insisted that he never really resigned and therefore he is still a president of the republic. He added that Gloria Arroyo is merely an acting president. Estrada insisted on this in order to gain immunity from plunder and other criminal charges filed against him. The law states that the President of the Philippines and other high-ranking public officials have immunity from criminal charges filed against them until their term expires. However, the Justice of the Supreme Court, basing from action of the former president during his last hours in Malacanang, unanimously agreed that he undoubtedly resigned from office. And because of this, he is no longer the president and no longer enjoys immunity from criminal charges against him. Estrada appealed the Supreme Court's decision, but the appeal was unanimously denied. Thank you so much guys for watching the video and don't forget to answer questions at the end. Alright class, here are the questions for you to answer about the Edsa Tres, the fall of President Joseph Estrada. Number 1 question, why did Edsa Tres happened? And what is the purpose of Edsa Dos? When did the Edsa Revolution start and end? Talking about the first Edsa Revolution. When did the original Edsa People Power Revolution began? Why is it called Million March? Refers to the Edsa People Power 1. In what year did Edsa Dos take place? Who is the Vice President of Ramon Magsaysay? Make that okay class, change the question. Who is the Vice President of Joseph Estrada? Who was the deposed from the power because of People Power 2? Okay, this is People Power 2 questions. Who was the deposed president from power because of Edsa Dos? Okay, that's the question. When President Rojas died, okay, delete that question guys. And let's continue to the last question. Who built Edsa? Okay, who built EDSA? Okay guys, thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe and make comment on our YT channel or YouTube channel. For your comments will serve as your appearance or your attendance in our classroom. Thank you so much. Ciao for